Hey, good afternoon, Manchester, New Hampshire, and all the surrounding areas. And it's a rainy day, but it's a beautiful day. I always look at the rain. The angels are washing the earth of all its filth. Too bad he couldn't wash the minds of a lot of the people. You know what I'm saying? And this is the way I believe. Instead of having all that anger and frustration and take it out on people, they don't even know why they're doing it.
Right.
You agree with that, right?
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
look who we have here. Can we have the
Hey.
camera, please? My very dear friend, who I'm always honored
Thank
to have
you.
on,
Thank
Amy
you.
Major. Hey, I got it right.
Yes.
And I forgot her name, but that's all right.
We love Bridget. We do. I do.
Bridget.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah,
Bridget
Bridget
Morris.
Moore. Yeah. See, that's what I liked about Laura, should say, I never realized how much I was going to miss someone. 'Cause most of the people that were on previously to her, they were goodbye. But I really do miss
Well,
Laura.
she kept you in line.
Yeah, she spoiled me.
Yeah.
And in fact, I'm going to try to get her on once in a while to visit on the show.
Yeah. She's an amazing
This,
person.
may I say something to you? This pure where you are now is only going to be a temporary place. You're going to be moving to a bigger, not a bigger place, but not a bigger place, but a more comfortable place for you. Because you had that restless spirit.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, you could only sit in one area for such amount of time.
Well, maybe I'm supposed to be traveling. and
You are.
going
You're
from
going to
one
be doing a
place to
lot of
another.
traveling out of state.
Ooh.
And, get
Technically.
that book done.
Which one?
All of them. All of them.
Yeah, I'm going to work on number 3 soon.
You kept saying that the last time I was here.
I know,
Well, she
but I've
just
been
finished.
busy.
Well, 2 just came out.
Number 2
Yeah.
just came out.
You're going to start pushing them. And okay, so you have 2 books?
I have 2 books out.
You should have brought them with you. We could have put them here.
They're sold out.
Are you? All right. Well, make sure you get some to bring to the event so you can sell them too.
Yes.
Okay. And one of the names on the book.
The first one's Toward the Light, which is kind of a brief overview of what rescue mediumship is and earthbound spirits. The second one is Light the Way. It actually tells you and trains you and explains how to become a rescue medium. So I have people all over the world contacting me about these books.
I've been right along, haven't I?
Technically.
I love it when she said that. Technically, But I do see.
I haven't
still,
been on the
You will
Ellen
be.
DeGeneres show yet.
But you won't be
I'm
making
waiting.
the show.
Okay.
It may not be that one. You're going to be on a national show.
A national show.
A national
Is
show.
it for
that
something
really-
good?
I'm sorry?
Is it for something good, or am I going to be
Always good.
scared? Okay.
Always good.
Just
You're going to be
making sure.
tested. Don't be wrong. Don't get me wrong.
I'm always tested.
Yeah, wouldn't it be boring if we wouldn't?
It wouldn't mind being a little bit of a break, but yes,
But
it
then
is
you
good to be
create a
tested.
lot of the testing on yourself.
Yeah, I'm hard
Okay.
on myself.
Even when they're not really testing Amy,
Yeah.
Amy's still always trying to,
Darn right.
we thrive to be perfectionists.
Yes, I'm a life path 5, which means I'm always trying to perfect myself.
Right. I'm a triple Leo.
Oh boy.
Okay. Dorothy Morgan. Do you know Dorothy? She's an astrologer. Beautiful person. She's
Right.
the one that discovered that was a triple Leo. And I guess that
I'm a
mode
double
fits-
Gemini.
Ooh, so you and I know one. That's why we're always striving
That's
to
right.
do it. And we don't accept criticism too well.
Oh no. Oh, it
I'm
depends.
better. I'm getting better at it.
Yeah,
You've lost weight.
I wish. But no, I started keto, which is really great. It
Well,
really helps with me.
One of the things that concerns with both of you, and a lot of times we get with all our anxiety that we have. It's not that we eat stupidly, and we just don't eat, so
Right.
it doesn't help us any to
Right.
lose weight. So we just follow by with that. Oh well, I'll eat because we don't have a habit of eating at certain times. So unfortunately, our bellies expand, our bodies shrink down, but our bellies expand bigger. But we need to learn how to get on a tight diet schedule.
Right.
And you are too hyper.
So what you're telling me is I'm not fat. I'm short.
You're
I'm
you're a
too
full-figured
short.
woman.
I
You're a
wouldn't be
full
overweight
figure.
if I was 5 inches taller.
Hey, I was 5'8", now I'm 5'6".
There you go. I was 5'2". I'm 5'1.5" now.
So
Can you
The pro-
believe that? As if
yeah.
I needed to get any shorter.
yeah,
I always thought that it happened like around 70.
No,
No.
mine
20
happened
for
when
me.
I was like in my late 50s.
You know?
And then Monday I'll be 37.
I'm older than you.
I'm 37 when a 45-year-old. People really believe. If I'm not careful, people really do believe what
No.
we say. Yeah, I had a guy at market that said, "You have a 45-year-old son and you're 37." I had to walk away. I really, literally had to walk
Don't
away.
tell me they were serious.
Yeah,
Wow.
and that's like I can't say anymore. If you don't behave,
Yeah.
poke him in the eye. And kid poked his mother in the eye, so I had to take the mother and kid out to dinner to make up for it and tell them, don't do that. Because it doesn't help me. They have a Dairy Queen where I live. Do you like Dairy Queen?
No, I'm not supposed to have any ice cream.
I know, but it's so good.
Yes, it is.
You like Dairy Queen? Yeah. I only live a 2-minute drive from it.
I'm
and
a
then
bad
just,
influence on her.
yeah, and then just redid the whole place over. Oh, and the staff there are great.
Really?
Yeah, they will have like a line, a drive-through line, like from the highway all the way through, and I swear within a matter of 5 minutes that line is cleared up. That's not a long waiting place.
Wow,
So
that's
if
good.
you're watching Friends at Dairy Queen, you owe me a blizzard. I give it to my daughter-in-law. I don't eat a lot of ice cream, but I eat a lot of other things.
Oh, I love ice cream, steak and ice cream. Those two.
you
gonna
know,
wait till I
we're
come
good at
60.
telling people how to do things. Do you agree?
Yeah.
We advise them on how to do it. You're
Oh,
good
yeah.
at it too.
But we have to listen to our own advice.
Yeah. Oh
Oh,
God.
boy.
I hid in a mirror one day. And somehow, this is the truth. I put my mirror where I couldn't see it. Okay. I go back into my office, and the mirror is right where where it had always been.
Right.
Tell me how that happened.
Universal elements coming, taking things.
You're not
You
gonna
never
get
know.
away from looking at yourself. You
Oh,
know.
come on. We
You
can
know,
try. Every
yeah.
time you walk through a mirror, you're like, close it, don't look. But we need to
Yeah.
be more accepting of ourselves. We really do.
Right. Yeah. And you know Wendy Stevens?
I don't.
She lives in Goffstown.
Oh.
Beautiful lady. She got into the wrong, bad spiritual people that were condemning her instead of helping her.
Oh.
And all I could think when I get Christians that, well, you're going to do this and that.
There's a little bit of everything out
Isn't
there.
it sad? And so,
Well, they don't think it's sad. They think they're really helping people,
Yeah.
but you have to understand everybody has their own truth at their own time.
And I was on the phone with her one day, and she said, "You're criticizing every reader." Oh, I mean, she let me have it full circle.
Oh, wow.
And I'm glad she did. It was a wake-up call. She said, "Have you ever looked in the mirror?" I go, "All the time, of course." She said, "No, that isn't what I meant." When her tone of voice, I said, "Uh-oh, I better look in the mirror." I did not like what I saw.
Right.
When I was I went out of all places, a bathroom where the old studio was. And I said, "Who the hell do you think you are?" I mean, they didn't let me have it, both the
Wow.
arrows. Oh, yeah. So I went in there and on the studio, I said, "I got a confession to make." They're all saying, "Oh, no, here we go again." I didn't realize that I was so conceited. So I explained it all to them, how I apologized, and this is the first, folks, this is the first, and now that I do realize it isn't me that makes the show,
Right.
there's people like you, and she is a wonderful star, folks. If you have any questions you want to ask her,
Ask me.
yeah,
Go for
give
it.
us a call, area code something here, I don't know what it is.
603-640-3091.
Right.
Again, that phone number is 603-640-3091.
No crank
Right.
calls.
Yep. Calling
No,
us.
no.
I want a
We will
pizza.
have our TV lady, the camera lady, we'll have her pick up the calls. And
Okay.
Please, if you will, Kirsten.
And Amy can tell you anything about Spirit Rescue, Earthbound Spirits,
Yep. And,
Elementals.
Spirits on the other side.
and she's actually
And if
going to
you
be
will-
at our event that we got
Yes,
coming up,
I
and
am.
hopefully she'll honor us for a half hour of another. Did people enjoyed you doing on that stage
Oh, the
presentation?
gallery?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you want to do that again, or
Sure.
you want to? All right.
Sure.
Okay. And we're going to be offering popcorn and hot dogs. I was going to do a pole dance, and they told me I better keep my clothes on and not do it.
No.
No, I don't want to lose money. I want to make money. I said, well, if you donate, I'll make money. Come on.
Yes.
But no, but you know what? This is Spirit says this is right on. This is my dream coming true. For years, I've had wanted to do this for years. I wanted to do it to heal for people who have animals that can't afford vets.
Right.
Lori said, Norm, when the time is right, it's going to happen.
That's right.
Yeah, and she's going to be at the show. I'm so excited for me. And do I miss her? Absolutely. Why, do
Well,
I
it's good
know?
that you said that so she can know that. Everybody should know how much they mean to somebody.
Oh yeah, I text her every once in a while, let her know, and I'm going to I'm going to be doing it, and I'm going to invite her to come back on, as a guest. She really did. I never realized how much I was going to miss her until she's not there anymore.
Right.
I love you, but Lori, please don't be
She's
so
Everybody
fine.
has
hard.
their own. Everybody
You know.
has their own personalities.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and she and I would tell it like it is.
Yeah.
You
You gotta watch out for Bridget, though.
I'm sorry.
You gotta watch out for Bridget. She's feisty.
Yeah, she is.
put
Yeah.
you
Oh,
in your
yeah, she
place.
does. She gets outspoken, huh?
Yes, she does.
And that's what I want when people. I want people not to be shy.
Good.
Next week I gotta. It took you a long time to get over that. You just gotta get her answering the phone more. But you're really coming a lot more outspoken, don't you think?
Oh, she holds back.
Huh?
She holds back. Just wait. She's really good at telling me what to do.
Oh, that I won't put up with too well.
She cracks
But
that
I mean,
whip.
she's not afraid to question the guest.
No.
Yeah.
I think that's the important part.
Yeah.
I want people who are not afraid to question again. I have you come on
Good.
as some co-hosts too. What do you think?
Oh, just bring it on.
Really?
Yes.
All right.
Bring it
See,
on.
that's
I
why I
would
really
love
don't
to do
always
that.
want to be, a regular. No offense, but I said with you with dogs, but no offense. But I like having different ones on now because I don't want to be stalemate anymore, and I like having different. I think you're fantastic.
Thank you.
If you didn't trust me, you wouldn't be here either. You and I would be telling each other off otherwise, But I like having different one co-hosts. I love young girls that come in as co-hosts. They're so funny. They're so much fun, And I just want people to come on the show to be themselves.
Right.
If you can't be yourself, and don't try to tell us. And and I know we're both good at when people are not real.
Right.
When they tell me, I ask them, can you do readings on there? Oh yeah, I can do this, I can do that. And all of a sudden I say, can you do a reading on someone? Oh, I don't have my prayer card. I don't know if you were on that day. I don't remember.
I was not.
Probably not. Okay, no one. Lori and I. God, I miss her. But it was. And we're both looking at it. I looked at Lori. Lori looked at me, and I said, "If you can't, then why did you tell me that you can do it? Because I'm going to get you. We're going to get you just like you will if they're not real or whatever." You have a website.
I do.
You want to tell everybody? And tell me-
AmyMajor.com.
See, I'll shut up for a couple of minutes here.
No.
No. I want you to tell people what you do, please.
Oh gosh, there's a long list of what I do.
Well, give me a chance to drink water, see?
I know. While he's taking a sip, my name is Amy Major. A lot of you know about me, or a lot of you don't know everything about me. But I do own a small office in Derry, New Hampshire, right on the main road. It's at 60 West Broadway. You'll see a big sign that my husband made this a psychic medium. You can't miss it. I am a rescue medium. And what is that? Oh my goodness. Those are mediums that help spirits transition to the other side. Sometimes they take a little extra time than other spirits do. Sometimes they don't. But we are here to help and assist them when they are ready. I know there's a lot of mediums out there that don't believe that spirits can take some time. I know there's a lot of mediums that don't believe spirits can actually be earthbound, but there are probably more people out there that believe in ghosts than believe that mediums can connect and talk to people on the other side. So I just gotta have to bring in factors there and statistics that there's a greater chance of actually connecting to somebody who believes in ghosts. So just want to put that out there. They do exist, but they do exist at a different frequency. Frequencies are very important when you're actually connecting in with mediumship. There's a lot of mediums that open up and connect to spirits that are only on the other side. Their frequency is what we call much higher in the astral realm. There are mediums such as myself that connect to many different frequencies, such as earthbound, lower realm, spirits on the other side, angels, guides, much above that. So if you're able and want to come and talk to somebody that's on the other side, I still do that. That's psychic mediumship. So I'm a psychic medium. I'm a rescue medium. I'm an energy healer where I do a lot of pranic healing with people. I do a lot of chakra cleansing, removal of negative imprints that actually help people feel better about themselves, mind, body, and spirit. And I actually do a lot of channeling work. But I'm most known for the Rescue Mediumship, my books, and all the wonderful fun events that I have at my office or in my centers. Tonight I'm having table tipping. So we're really excited about that tonight.
When you say, I've actually sent some spirits over for you to rescue to go onto the other
Thank you.
side. If there's a spirit that comes to me, and I don't send them over, okay? I communicate with them. I have sent some over, but when I see the spirits and I say, I tell them to go to a certain venue, and when I pick, because I don't know of anyone as strong as you are. I don't know of anyone that takes and truly, really wants to help the people to cross
Right.
over, So I could say I have probably sent maybe 10 or 15 over. That's usually around 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. So
Oh, is that you?
yeah, it's probably me. Because remember, spirits don't know time.
They don't know time. But that's why I have a gatekeeper. That's somebody that kind of watches over me and says, hey, guess what, Spirit? She's sleeping right now. It's not a time to come in. So they'll kind of wait.
Well,
kind of
I
give them
keep
a little
pushing them
waiting
so that you
room.
wake up.
Thank you. You're not the only one. Trust me. But there aren't that many mediums out there that do
Well,
rescue
I don't know
work.
if I would trust anybody else.
Thank you.
And you know me well to know that if I thought I was going to trust somebody else, well, you know me enough by now. I'm very outspoken.
Yes,
you
but
know.
that's great.
Yeah, but that you have to be. But as far as anybody, folks, let me tell you, I do a lot of different psychic fields. I do a lot of spiritual leveling. I can do a lot of. You and I are only tools that help them with the healings. And
That's right.
when people come up to me, my pet peeve is, and I think you were here when. You know him too. Goldberg, what was his name?
Eric Goldberg.
I get very upset when I hear him say, I am the healer. When not. When tool. Do you agree with that?
I think that
the
we
vessels.
are. I think it's more of a just a classification of the type of work that you do. It's very hard to take yourself out of structured.
Oh, well, yeah. When I say it, yeah.
names.
Well, I try to say to them, you're a tool for the healing, because if you say you are a healer, you're opening yourself up for a lawsuit.
I think we're all healers, to tell you the truth, depending on the
But
type
we're
of
all,
work
through
that
the
we do.
tools that we are given by the angels.
Of course.
Okay.
These are all
So
gifts.
we're all gifts, and when people take credit for, I love the Born Again Faith Healers. I went to one.
Yeah, but I think it takes a certain caliber, type of person with a certain vibration, a certain sincerity, and a clear channel to be a true healer.
But you're not out for the money. You're really out. I mean, don't get me wrong. We all like to get paid.
We all like to
I'm
be able
Jewish.
to eat.
Okay.
I'm half Jewish right there.
Okay,
with
so
you.
you know what I mean then, right? But I'm Scots and Jewish, so. But I mean, don't get me wrong. We all like to get rewarded.
Yep.
But if we make that our primary goal,
No, then you're taking away the whole reason for why you're doing the work.
Right.
But that's not to say that you can't charge for a certain fee depending on the
That's
type
what
of
I do.
service you provide.
I do a donation fee.
Yeah, that took a long time, years and years and years, for mediums and psychics and healers to be able to be okay, seen in society, to be able to charge a fee for that.
Right.
Like, well, it's a gift. Well, so is singing, so is art, so is doing
yeah.
many other things, and they're charging fees for their services. So
I had a nurse say to me, "How come you charge for what you do?" I said, "You would give me the gift of being a nurse, right?" She goes, "Well, yeah." I said, "How come you charge?"
right.
I
think it's the amount that you
Right,
charge
yeah.
that can be questionable.
Yeah, I think that's what. See, I make enough just to,
Right.
I don't want to. I don't want. I lived to really. I charged a lot of money at one time.
Yeah.
And one time I charged $100 a half hour and $175 an hour, and I made it. Believe it or not, I really did. But then I looked into the mirror. And there's the mirror again, And I said, "Who the hell do you think you are?"
Right.
Because there are a lot of people out there that can't afford that.
No, there's not.
You know?
Which is why I don't charge a lot. I've been told by many people I don't charge enough. But
Are
it's
you
like,
comfortable
I
with what you
can't.
charge?
I'm comfortable with what
That's
I
what I
charge
do.
because I know that I'm reaching out to people who need me the most. Most people that need you don't have a lot of money.
And the one thing that I do not do, and I don't want people to be offended by, if they're on state welfare, I actually know that I don't charge them. They bring me a gift or donation or whatever.
I've actually
because-
denied services to people because I know they didn't need the reading. They were abusing the service.
Right.
And I knew they couldn't afford it. So in my own conscience, I'm like, I'm not going to charge you for a reading that I know you do not need because you just came to me last week, but you want to find out more information. Sometimes you just have to wait and see.
Right. I have a friend from Africa, and every week he comes in. I love him. Here's a man, when he first came to me, distraught. All this voodoo and witchcraft stuff over in that they do in Africa and stuff. And now we become friends and stuff like that. And then I have another lady. I'm so blessed, and I know you are. I am so blessed from all the people all over the world. Oh, and I can say that in me. But I also want to remember, too, that I'm very humble.
Right.
Just like you are. When we forget to be humble, then we're not doing what we're
I
supposed
think
to be doing.
I've been accused of being too humble sometimes. I'm trying to be more than
Be
that.
balanced out with it,
Be
who
balanced.
you are. Yeah, you're going. You really do have to learn how to balance.
I cannot become the queen?
No, no.
Yes,
No.
we can.
No. You have to balance.
I will
Okay,
always
I'm
balance.
telling her.
I'm hearing it. I will.
There's a lady in that corner that was.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And I tell you. We had many ladies over in that corner, spiritual
How you
ladies.
doing?
Okay. Actually, we had Paula and her friend Paula Clark and her friends from the. They go into the, what do you call it? They go and they mess up the spirits, you know.
Antagonize?
Investigations.
Poke with a stick?
Investigation, spiritual investigation. And I really am not too cool on that personally, but that's my theory, my own
See,
thing.
spirits can't. Yeah.
Yeah, and well, actually, one of the ladies was sitting on the end there, and this one lady came over in a blue robe and was actually talking to her. I've never seen that before, and I have not seen it since.
Wow.
But they are talking to you, so I want you to listen to them.
I will.
Okay, and then one of the things that they will tell you is balance, driving, balance,
Right.
eating, balance. Now, word balance is very important for you to follow.
Yes.
And I think we all have that problem, especially someone over here. I won't mention her name.
I don't have a problem eating.
No,
just came from lunch.
she almost got killed one day.
What?
Yeah.
Ran a red light. If it wasn't for Scott in the back seat, I never even saw it.
And coming off at 93.
And you're driving me later. This is not good.
That's why
Thank
we
you.
see a lot of Hail Marys.
She's not as bad as my friend Victoria. Sorry, Victoria. I have never been more terrified in my life other than when she drives me around. I'm like sitting there going, holding the handle, going, please don't let me die today.
That's what I said.
But I tell her all the time. You know I'm terrified of your driving. I think that makes her want to drive more crazy. I don't know what it is.
You make her self-conscious.
I know.
One of the things that I'm looking with you too is this office is very good for you.
Thank you. I hope
And
so.
really, you cannot have another practitioner with you.
No, I kind of am a solo.
Right,
Person.
You're like
I'm a
I
panther.
am. Yeah. And actually, your animal spirit is a panther.
Yes, she is.
Panthers go solo.
Yeah.
I'm a Leo, so I go solo. I couldn't work in somebody else's office. I know, and this is why I don't do it. I was going to go down to that place where you were talking about you went to. A lot of the readers go down there.
Circles of Wisdom?
Yeah.
Yep, I still read there.
Yeah. I have never been there, and I don't feel that I would fit in there.
No.
Well, they just moved.
They are moving the end of August.
Is it
Where are they
moved?
moving to now?
Methuen, I
Methuen.
believe. I haven't been to the new office yet.
But I don't
supposed to be
honestly
beautiful.
feel that I would fit in there.
Hmm.
Okay, you want to?
Is she here or here?
Is it Crank Collars? Pizza time?
Hi, Mary. How are you?
Good, no.
Good, thanks.
Hey, my friend Mary, how are you doing?
Not too bad, and you know.
Not
And
too
everybody?
bad. Yeah, Mary's our bean maker. Remember Mary? The
I'm
one that
Mary.
makes everything?
Yeah, I haven't had those beans yet, Mary. They keep.
I know. We'll come that day, and I'll have some.
Mary's the chairman of our food committee.
Yes.
Well, you can eat beans, right?
I cannot.
Oh, you cannot.
No, and my husband actually tells me I'm to stay away from beans.
Oh, because of your husband?
Yes, my husband.
Oh,
He's
do
like,
it. Just put the
it
pillow
does
over his
not do well with my digestive
Well,
system.
Mary, my granddaughter's going to be working with you on the bean line, on the food line.
Is she good? I'm glad.
Oh, yeah.
That's good. I gotta help her. That's good. I'm glad.
Yeah.
I gotta ask
You know
Mary,
what
how?
happened to me last night, Norm?
Oh, no.
I just shut the lights off, and TV and everything else last night.
Yeah.
And I was, just laying down thinking. And I heard this voice come on and says, "Hi, Mary. How are you doing?"
Huh? You knew who that was,
and I
right?
said, "Was it Ruthie?"
Yes, it was.
That's what I thought. It sounded like her.
She is actually probably. I'm actually, as I'm talking to you now, was sending her over to Amy so Amy can release her spirit to go to the other side.
Oh,
Okay.
she's stubborn, huh?
Huh?
Is she stubborn? Doesn't want to go?
She's very stubborn. Oh yeah, she's Irish and she's very stubborn.
Yeah. Who is the one with the breathing problems? Is that you or her?
Her husband.
The breathing problem? No,
Yeah.
it could be. That's her.
Okay.
She had toward the end her breathing was worse and worse.
Right. Because as soon as you came on, I immediately felt like there was a spirit there with you, and then I felt like there's such a heaviness in the chest where she's having a hard time breathing, but then she's also taking me up to the head and saying that there were head issues. I don't know if it was like a dementia, I don't know if it was like a stroke, but there was something where she was not able
It
to.
was. You're
Okay.
right on the money. Yeah,
Okay.
She had a stroke.
She's feisty, I gotta tell you.
side.
She just like
had a
keeps
massive
talking.
Heart attack,
Yep.
and the last heart attack took her.
Yeah, she likes to talk, and she doesn't like to be interrupted. I gotta tell you that, because every time I try to talk to you, she's looking at me like I'm not done yet. So
That's Ruthie.
I will work with her. Trust me, I'm just as stubborn as she is. She hasn't seen anything yet. It's because I'm Jewish and Irish. So I got to tell you that she is coming in, and she's also ringing a bell. So she got something. I don't know if she had bells around her. I don't know what the, okay, because she's coming in with that, and she's also kind of telling you, she absolutely adores you. I don't know if you were like a friend or
We were very good friends, almost 25 years.
yeah, she just absolutely adores you. And she's like, why go anywhere? You're exactly where she wants to be. And she's kind of sticking around waiting for you, not to give you any rush for crossing. But she's kind of saying she wants to stick around and kind of be your guide for you. The two of you can go hand in hand together on the other side. So, and when they kind of come through and say something like that, it's not like I want to force them. I don't like forcing spirits to cross, especially when they're in a good place. They're happy. They're not missing out on anything other than, of course, the other side. But she really feels like she really wants to stay close to you. She's also saying that the stomach issues, she's really worried about your stomach issues. So she really wants to come and kind of watch out for you. Are you having any stomach issues going on right now?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I had 3 different hernias done.
Yeah, she seems to, and the kidney problem. So she's kind of like, I'm not really going anywhere until I know you're okay. So, and she's also said to watch your back, watch your spine, the way that you're sitting or the chairs you're sitting in, because it kind of feels like really, really achy. And she's kind of like trying to give you a little bit of massage in there. So, hey, if someone's there to help you and help you with your healing, then I kind of feel like she's in a good place right now. As long as she's not trying to wake you up at 3 a.m. every morning. Because I kind of get the feeling, like she forgets the time of day. So she'll want to come in whenever you're sleeping or whenever you're in the shower. And you got to have to remind her, hey, I'm busy right now. And I don't know who had this small dog, but there's a small dog around her as well, and they're kind of like right at your feet. So you have quite a few of animals in your house that are in spirit.
She did. She had a dog before she passed.
Yeah, the dog's right there with her. So they're both kind of together.
And she'd wait for her. She would take care. Her husband has dementia,
Okay.
and I think that's another reason why she's not.
That might be another reason why she's
She
around.
wants to make sure she's being.
They go at their own time. There's no forcing anybody. There are no general guidelines or rules that we have to follow. It's all free will. We all decide when we're ready to cross and when we're not. And some people, again, they forget. Oh, I'm really stuck on the here and the now in the physical world. I'm forgetting there's another place I'm supposed to go to. It's free will. It's also they get kind of inundated by a lot of energies. So it's us as mediums to remind them, hey, keep going. But she's in a good place right now. You don't have to worry about her so much.
And that's why I sent her to you.
That's right.
Yeah, that's good.
See, there are just some things I don't have enough knowledge on. God, that hurt me. But do we, don't we learn something new every day?
We do.
We
Every
really
day.
do. Mary and I have been friends for so many years.
Good.
You know, she was like
Yeah,
my
we have.
bodyguard. I said if I should beat him up.
Yeah, and he always started it too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I ended up, I had to do it.
That's right.
Yeah, she was my bodyguard, see?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I weighed about 98 pounds back then.
For some reason, she wants to give you hot dogs. I don't know why, but she's like coming in and she's serving you hot dogs or some sort of sausage. So, obviously, she seems to think you need more
I
protein.
know who that is.
Okay.
Which sausage. That's got to be Dottie.
Okay.
Donnie's on the. You've lost a lot of good friends this year, haven't you?
I have. I've lost five different friends
Aw.
in 7 months.
Wow.
I want to let you know that Dottie is with her mother and father.
Yeah, I always hoped for that.
Yeah,
She wanted, if she anything happened to me, she wanted to go back with her family.
Right.
You know. Addie said Addie's very jealous right now. Addie's another one. Because all these friends of hers, of yours, are trying to push Addie out of the way.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, they never could.
No.
Annie will always be the queen.
Okay, 'cause you're gonna have to remind them that that Addie is your stalemate, your strong queen or whatever, And
Yeah.
sometimes we do have spirits that try to push other spirits away from other people. When my stepmother and my foster mother were coming in and communicating with me, my foster mother and stepmother actually were, I'm going to tell them. No, I'm going to tell them. So you have to really warn them of whom that. And Angie does. You know Angie? She's the one that actually brought my mother in.
Mm-hmm.
First one that ever did that. And I think you did it at one time.
I connected to your daughter.
My daughter, that's right, too. Yep,
Yep.
And so, every one of them had certain gifts. Even you do.
Oh, she's awesome.
Now, I love Pink, but she's not ready to go full force with it yet.
Not yet, but she's got her
When
own
she
little
is, When
devices.
she's ready, she's going to go, Mary, be very wary of coming out onto the highway where you live.
Especially if
Yeah.
I'm driving.
But no, I'm seeing an old truck. Some guy has no insurance,
Uh-oh.
going by too fast, and there's a lot of alcohol on his breath.
Yeah.
And I don't want your brand new car to get hit. I don't see you getting hurt, or when I do see your car and your pride getting hurt. And he better run before you catch him.
He better, whoever it is, better run.
Yeah,
so I
yeah.
can-
Oh, boy.
Mary will have an umbrella and she'll smack him. But in all seriousness, be very careful because she comes out
I will.
onto the busy Route 3 and the cars are very rapid there.
Mm-hmm.
And I actually want there's this old dumpy truck. I mean, it is old. I'm not even sure it has a registration, but I don't see an insurance on it.
Oh.
And I think, in New Hampshire, I think they should pass
You
a
don't
law.
need insurance, actually, if you own your
Nope.
vehicle.
And they should.
Mm.
I think it should be mandatory, And that's why I think it should be mandatory to wear seatbelts. But it's not.
Well, my mom
I
in
think we're
Spirit.
the only state that doesn't have to. You have to wear a seatbelt up, I think the age is
Until it-
21 to wear a seatbelt.
In New
New
Hampshire, it's
Hampshire?
18.
18.
Yeah, New Hampshire,
18.
yeah.
Yeah, 18, Mary.
Yeah, because
Is it
when
18? I know something like that.
when my daughter turned 18, she's just like sitting in the seat and she's like not wearing a seatbelt. She's like, I don't have to. I'm in New Hampshire. I'm like, wow, live free or die. And die if you're not going to wear a
But,
seatbelt.
there's a lot of pros and cons on seatbelts, too.
Yeah.
I've known friends that had seatbelt was in a convertible,
Mm-hmm.
and you couldn't get the belt off, so he died.
Oh.
And then I know another one whose car caught on fire, but yet I also know people who had seatbelts on that it actually saved their life.
Wow.
So there's a lot of pros and cons.
There's no
Yeah, it
perfect
does.
scenario. There really
Only
isn't.
with me, then that's perfect.
Well, maybe they need to come up with better seatbelts that kind of do have a certain button that you can push that kind of
That
releases
automatically
you.
go through,
Right.
That's like my pet peeve is everybody talks about using directional. Nobody uses them on the street where I live. 1 out of 10.
Really?
If they're going to have automatic driveway, cars can drive by themselves.
Oh, boy.
They should automatically have the directional.
So you mean
lights.
like you have your headlights that'll go in the way that you're going?
Yeah,
You're-
the light should start
You
flashing.
blink their
Yeah.
flash.
Because even the police don't do it.
Well, actually, I was just told soon they're actually going to have things in the road that is going to actually talk to your cars. So when you move into the left lane and it says left turn only, that will actually talk to the machine in your car, electronics, and the turn signal will go on. They actually are going to have
Wouldn't
that.
that be creepy?
It will be very creepy, and you're like, wait, what happened? Huh?
Okay,
Absent-minded
I get
driving.
your message.
It's going to happen.
Mary, you're going to hear from a man who had a wicked, wicked, wicked crush on you back in school.
Well, you don't know him. Everything you have said so far, everything's coming true.
Oh,
You
thank
told me the last time I was on your show that a good friend was going to die, and we thought it was someone else, But here's Ruthie.
Right.
For some reason, Lucy just did not like me.
Really?
Yeah. I only thought it was lovable, but
That
I
was
was
her.
Yeah, but I think it's more her
She did say,
personality.
remember about a month
Yeah.
before she passed away,
Yeah.
she told me to tell you to say hi.
Yeah, you know.
Well, I find most of the time when people don't like somebody, it's just miscommunication.
Yeah, that's what it is. You know.
Really? It's,
One of the things I will tell you about this guy that Mary can't even stand the guy who was in love with her.
Time heals all wounds.
Yeah,
right?
back in elementary school. He used to pull her hair and stuff.
wow.
You know, but
Well,
that
who
was
was
back
like
in them
that?
days. You know, that's what we did. I cut a girl's pigtails off.
I kicked him right in the
I,
shin.
I was in love with her,
Oh, like,
and I got in trouble over it.
I know, it's awful. Awful boys.
Yeah,
My boys are 7 and 10. They know not to do that, but then they're not looking
they
at
should
girls
have to
either
come.
anyway.
I'll teach them.
No! No, you won't.
I'll
Oh,
teach
you
him
should
how.
meet Mikey.
I'll teach him how to. I'll
Just
teach him
wait.
how to get the girls
You don't
to
need
love
to
him.
teach Mikey anything. He's a little devil himself. He doesn't need to be taught that. He's a Michael and a Scorpio. Enough said.
What is there about the
that's
name
what I
Michael?
am.
My
I'm a
son
Scorpio,
calls
I'm
me
a
all
thinker.
kinds of. Yeah, yeah.
He is.
My son Mike, he used to cause born problems, but nothing really
That's
bad.
right.
You know?
You should have a disclaimer or warning on children with name Michael.
Yeah.
I don't know what it
My
is.
son was one, but you know what? Today, he changed all around him, and
But there's, they have such wonderful hearts.
they
really,
really do. My son now, Mary, he's going to be doing, this weekend or next weekend, on August 11th. I'm having a belated birthday party, so you have to mark it on your calendar.
Okay, yeah, 'cause the 12th I'm going to be going down to New Bedford.
Okay, because he's going to be all
Wonderful.
right. Because he's going to be doing he's learned how to do this. He got himself a smoker.
Oh,
He said, "No, Dad, it's
Yeah,
not
he said
pot."
He was going to get one.
Yeah.
He was going to learn how to do it.
Well, I asked him if I could put a bag of pot in there, and he said no. Didn't have my sense of humor. But he's doing a really good job with it. Here's a gentleman, if you saw him, you would never think that he would be, because he's muscular, he's got the former BM player. And if you looked at him, you'd think he was a motorcyclist or whatever, and that.
Right.
When he has the most, like you just said, he has the most gentle heart,
yeah, they do.
How's he feeling?
A
Good?
lot better,
Good.
a lot better. He says those pills that, what's her name, those capsules.
Judy?
He said they didn't touch him. What do you hit?
But they did well for Mary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it depends on your bodies.
It does.
It depends on your body.
And I think it depends on what's wrong with you and stuff
Yeah,
like that,
yeah.
yeah.
Well, Mary, we'll let you go. And
Alrighty, we'll catch you later.
okay, Mary. Remember now,
Yes.
you are the winner, and also you're also going to get a call from your friend who crossed over that I had the pleasure of helping her cross over at the memorial. That a lot. Tammy was her name, right?
Who? Which one's that?
The one that I went and did before the memorial service for.
No, that was my niece Robin.
Robin.
Her
Okay.
sister was named Tammy.
Oh, okay. Well, Robin is coming to tell you that she's going to be sending you another cat.
It's, like I always say, if it comes, it comes.
Yeah. So be prepared. Okay. Okay, then we'll talk to you later, okay?
All right.
Yep.
See ya. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye now.
Bye.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Bye now.
I
I
didn't get a
can't believe
pizza.
I've been doing this show for 18 years.
Wow, that's as
I
long as
want to
I've been
do another
alive.
5 years. Yep. Now, see, Lori would have got that right away. I won't take it.
Sometimes I need the timer.
But, and I never realized. I got thinking the other day, about it. I actually started crying, but that's not here and there. But the one thing that I'm looking at you, too, is down in Derry, you want to have your own TV show. They have cable down there, and you could.
They do. They have their own
And
studio.
you live in Derry,
I
right?
live in Derry.
Yeah, okay, I would go check it out.
I should. I should check it out. and see. I don't know if they want to see me on TV all the time, though.
Where's some confidence?
No, I mean, I could be really weird. That
So
could be
what? So
scary.
can I. Hey, I've overcome 18 years of it, so,
That's right.
you know. When the first time, I'll never forget it. We were all, my friend and I, she had bright red on
Yeah.
and bright red lipstick. We didn't realize how much going to show on the camera. And I had some good, ungodly colored shirt and tie on, and just did not mix. Then the second show I had a lady come on. She sat there chewing gum, and I went, oh my God, I can't have my show being like this. But you know what? As time went on, I got more and more into it, and I got
Right.
better with it. And it's all and even today, it's still a learning process.
It is.
You know, you never know. Like last week, this woman bailed out on me, but yet it was for the better because we ended up doing a lot of energy healing.
Mm-hmm.
We had Paula teach us how to do Tai Chi.
Mm-hmm.
And I did some of my own energy healing, the way the spirit shows me how.
Very good.
And so sometimes our shows all do, for everything happens for a reason.
Right.
If we question it, then we're in a lot of problems.
Right.
I'll tell you, with energy healing, Amy's amazing.
Oh.
She's done.
I know
she's
that.
she's. I was having a problem with my knee for a while, and I couldn't walk, and then she fixed it, and I could walk.
Her spirit fixed it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Just like we're hoping on the 3rd Scott will finally get his check. What do you think? That's what the letter says.
Actually, I'm hearing yes with that.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
I'll definitely let you know.
Good.
And when he gets his big one, we'll all go out to dinner for celebration.
Yay!
But don't let her drive. We'll have somebody else drive.
Oh, that's Gauchos.
Yeah.
Good
I
place.
love
that
Gauchos.
place. It's awesome.
I love
I didn't-
Gauchos.
Keto approved.
I never even heard of Gauchos.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, they
where
got
have
one
you
in
been?
Nashua, and they got one
It's
now.
right down the street.
Oh, from where you live in Nashua?
It's right down the street from here.
Oh, yeah, over here. Yeah, but they
Yeah.
got one in Nashua now.
Oh, yeah, I'm in Derry, so I
Yeah.
come to Manchester.
Oh, I love it. We did an event, and we actually did an event
I was going to
for
say,
the
I
Healing
wouldn't hear
Pause.
Nashua. I've never seen it.
Just opened up.
Just opened.
Yeah,
Yep, it's worth it.
yeah.
Mm,
I have to.
unless you're vegetarian. It's probably not that good.
Well, no, that's good.
They
I'm
have
vegetarian.
side dishes and stuff that are really good.
Oh, I'm a vegetarian. I've had a lot of good food out
Really?
there.
Oh,
You're a vegetarian?
you learn something new.
Yeah. Every once in a while I cheat, then I get sick afterwards.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know. My son makes the best grilled cheese burgers,
Mm-hmm.
and I forget that I eat one. Then I get home, and then I'm
See,
sick.
I would love to be a vegetarian. I truly would, but it's my autoimmune disorder. I can't eat
No.
90% of the stuff out there that I want to. So I'm left with a very limited
I'll eat your
supply of
share.
food. Huh?
I'll eat your share.
Okay.
I can't
I'll
have
give
fruit.
you my rice, my beans, my squash, my pumpkin. They almost put me in the hospital.
Wow, you really do have a
I have
messed
very,
up immunity
very,
system.
Very, very, yeah.
Can you eat fruit?
I can't have starchy fruit.
Because I can't eat.
Non-starchy like berries.
Yeah, I can't have those either.
Mm-mm.
I don't even like strawberries. I don't like blueberries.
Berries have starch?
No, non-starchy is berries.
Oh.
But apples, bananas, my favorite. Can't have bananas.
I didn't know they had starch.
No, yeah.
Sugar high content too.
Yeah.
I know that the sugar is high, but it's a different kind of sugar. It's
Yeah.
a good sugar.
It's a good sugar because it mixes with the fiber, but it's the starch protein. It's the lectins in them as well that actually affect the digestive system.
So you can't have Mexican food.
No, not anymore. And it happens to be my favorite.
Well, then you go to.
Well, that's why Margaritas was closed today.
That's right. We were trying to go to Margaritas, and I was like, okay, that's the fajitas
They don't open
there.
up till 4.
I know. Well, now I
Yeah,
know.
well, we were there too.
Oh, well, yeah. See, that was why.
Right. Yeah, and we go down a couple of doors down, and it's a restaurant. And they have a stage in there, and Bridget's over here. Do you do like psychic events here? I'm like, stop! She tries to sign me up for things wherever I
Oh,
go.
now I'm at the.
Panucci's.
Huh?
Panucci's.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's like, Amy can do it. What?
I'm going to be going to the Lakes region and do a second event in an Italian restaurant
Really?
up here. Do you like do a restaurant?
No,
Events?
because I want to eat.
Yeah.
and I can't talk and eat at the same time. It's not good.
Oh, I can.
I'm not big on galleries, and everybody tries to sign me up for them. My guides keep saying
Well,
no
that's
galleries. I like one-on-one.
I'm the same way, but I like it because at the event, that's why I asked you, because
Right.
I think you have a good response.
I do them well. I'm just very stubborn.
She
But
does
I
do
also-
them well. I've been to a couple of them.
I like doing galleries once in a while. Like I love it when the people. What I do with the people, and I tell the old ladies to get up there and shake them, and I give them, and I tell the men to watch them left out, turn around, shake the butt or what. They love. I am known as a dirty old psychic, but you know what? You take the old out of it,
Yeah.
But this is who I am. I try to be. I went to one event and I was very straight laced. And one lady says to me, "I went to a show one time. You weren't like this." And I said, "Like what?" She said, "You're not being. You're usually a dirty old man." I said, "Take the old out of it."
Oh!
So I went up and I went right back. I think you have to know who you can do it with.
Right.
Who you can talk with. Who your crowd are.
Well, I'm always trying to be a little funny and kind of raise the vibration, and
Yeah.
I have a hard time with making people cry, and I seem to do it every single time.
And that's part of who you. That means you're
I
touching
know.
base.
Right.
Okay.
So.
And then we had Angie. I did a show. Angie invited me doing gallery down there too, and this lady was talking to this state trooper, and I mean, and I said, I don't know how to. I said, I'm in an audience where I can't talk that way he's talking to you, and finally said it did finally come out that way. People that do mediumship work have to realize that the person, if he had a potty mouth in the present, in the life here today, 9 out of 10 for them to be recognized, they're going to have a potty mouth.
They will.
Have you ever had a spirit to have a potty mouth?
Very much so.
Yeah. So then you're connected with
Well,
them.
what will usually happen is spirits will come through and portray who they were here, just for the validation so the person can recognize them. Once the recognition has been made,
Yeah, then
that's
they're
when
okay.
the shift takes place and says, okay, this is who I am now. Because sometimes as they ascend to a higher consciousness, they shed the ego, they shed who they were, especially when they've been there longer. But they still come through with their personality because you wouldn't recognize them otherwise.
Right. And the one thing, and I see, a lot of times when the images that I'll see, I might see a man who wore a baseball cap, had a T-shirt, a pair of jeans, and sneakers, or maybe a dirty T-shirt or whatever, a
Right.
holy. Then you can and you describe it to the people. Then you know you're hitting on base.
Right, because
You
how
know.
many people, they come through looking like they were right before
Right.
they died, so you could recognize them. Who really wants to stay 80 years old on the other side?
Yeah.
I would rather be back in my 30s, 40s, running around,
And they
having
are.
fun.
Yeah.
But they come through as a way that you will know.
Right. There was this one, the only thing I don't like seeing is how they die.
Right.
Like I had this one gentleman who was stabbed to death, and
Right.
he come through and he actually showed me how he died. And I said, how do I tell the loved ones this is what I'm seeing?
Right.
And then he faded away and come back with a different shirt on, or like that. I love doing what I do.
Yeah.
And you do too.
I
I think
do.
that's part of the thing. If you like what you're doing,
Right.
and don't try to pressure it, make it if you make it, oh, this is what I'm here for, and this is my job, this is my profession, and I'm going to drain as much money as I can out of people. You know what? You're in the wrong field, and it's going to be taken away.
Well, I
from
wouldn't
you.
be doing rescue if it was all about the money.
Isn't that the truth?
It is.
So we deserve to be rewarded.
Yeah.
Okay. I talked to one person from Massachusetts, I'm not saying who, the prices that she charges are outrageous. And I said, do you make well, I have a very high level clientele. That was 3 years ago.
Okay.
She don't have a business today.
No.
Will you-
I try not to judge people too much on what they charge because I understand that there is a clientele for everybody,
Oh, yeah.
and maybe there's a lesson that needs to be learned through
Right.
that.
Because I had to learn that lesson. I went to the upper class. And I was busy, don't get me wrong. Because a lot of times, the higher the price, the more that people are going to come to you.
Right, because they think there's a better quality to the
Right.
price.
Yeah.
May not be so.
No.
I can't
I
get
just am
over
comfortable with what I charge.
that. I have a hard time charging too much.
You know, but you need to go up a little bit more.
That's the fifth person who said that to me. I know I need to go up a little bit more, but I have a hard time with it.
But if
I
you're
have too much of
comfortable,
my-
but if you're comfortable with what you're charging now, stay with it and go another year.
Okay. I will.
Your spirit says to
Oh.
stay where you are, and then when your time is right, you'll know when.
Okay.
For some reason, you need to burn some green candles.
Oh, okay. Power of intention. What am I intending on? Money?
Whatever you want,
Finances?
money.
Love?
Money is
Green.
success.
Success.
Success is the power.
Success in, it could be success in many different fields.
Health-wise is one of the things you're being.
I could use that.
That's becoming more successful for you.
Good. I hope
It's also
so.
telling you not to dwindle on the past of sickness. Look toward for the future of wellness.
Good. I will.
Yeah.
Definitely. Like I said.
And it's, I'm going to ask you, like I asked her, do you know what speed limits mean?
No. No, I do not. They're just bright, shiny numbers on the side of the road.
Right, and you're going to get caught like a half a block from where you're turning into your new office.
Stop. Let's just push that energy away. I'm a
Okay.
good girl. I really am.
Yeah,
when
but
it
it's
comes
going to be
to-
just that one time.
Okay.
Okay?
And that's when I'm going to give them a reading, and they'll forget all about the ticket.
This is why, see, I don't drive anymore. I actually turned my license in because I had a point where if I kept on driving, I could have killed somebody because that's how bad my eyesight was.
Wow.
And I knew their angel was watching over me because I don't know how many times I almost killed my son and I taking him to work,
Yeah.
you know. And then when I'd get drunk, I'd have one eye. So I think I thought I was in England because I'd drive on the left-hand side of the road. Or I'd have a friend of mine look on one side and I'd be on the So I know, folks, if you never believe in angels, then you're wrong. Because I know there are spirits there because
That's
many
true.
times I should have been dead. Many times I should have been probably put in jail for DWI or whatever. So, I embarrass at what I've done? No, because it taught me to be who I am today, a strong, unpersonable.
Life
You need to
lessons.
write a book about your military experiences.
Really? It's quite boring.
I'm just telling you, the Spirit says you need to write, because that's where you started your beginning of your spiritual world.
My
Now you
spiritual world
actually-
started when I was 2. I could write all about that.
No, it says all the way through, like your military. I think we've always known, all of us who have spiritual visions, I think we've, like you had it, but now you got to open it up more. Stop burying it, quote unquote. Okay, and I think you agree with me. Okay, she
Oh,
buries too much
She's
of it.
getting ready to blossom like
And when
crazy.
she does, don't be afraid to blossom.
I'm not. I'm not
Like,
afraid
I
to
just-
do much.
I'm just going to say now, the Spirit is telling you, don't be afraid. Go forward with it. Allow yourself, what she's teaching you, allow yourself to teach others, because you're only hurting yourself.
Right.
And then and in all honesty, what have you learned from her if you don't start teaching others what you have been taught?
Yep. Actually, I am going to write my 3rd book. It's going to be about all the, a lot, not all, there's too many of them, but quite a few handful experiences of rescues that I've done that were pretty significant. I've been asked to write this book for a few years, and now I'm like, fine, I'll do it.
I've started writing my book, and I went to go on my computer right again. So now I've got to start it all over again. Because apparently it wasn't right. I wrote one time, I started writing my book, I was telling about my mother, who, as you know, I never knew my mother, because she had passed. And I saw this beautiful image of, they said it was I believe it was, had like a blue chiffon gown, like a nigga. She had long, long red hair that was all the way down to her feet, that they would never, and it was braided.
Wow.
So I'm describing it in my book, and all of a sudden it kept saying, no, a French twist. I go, no, braided around her head. They said, no, French twist. So I said, okay. Then I went to get back on my computer and took everything out. So now I'm going to start all over again, and
Braided.
that's okay.
French twist.
Yeah.
Gotta
They
write the
write-
right thing now. Spirit's telling you.
Oh, yeah, you don't argue with them.
That's right.
I used to be afraid to write a book, because I always thought if I wrote a book, that would be the ending of my spiritual journey.
Really?
Yeah. And I know now that the dark side don't want me to write my book. You know what I mean? Because I always thought, well, if I write this, then my journey is all over. I said, no. And Lori's the one that helped me to convince me to write my book. You got to keep talking. I'll be right back.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, go ahead, ask me questions and stuff.
Me
Bridget,
talk
you're
today.
on. Let's do this.
What can we talk about? Want to
my
talk about
God.
table tipping?
Why don't we talk about table tipping? Because we're doing that tonight.
We are.
We are.
I can't
and
wait.
guess what? It came through on table tipping when we did it. They told you were going to be on this show. You need to tell the viewers that story.
That
I think
did.
it was awesome.
It did.
It said like what, 3 times, 3 different sessions.
Yep.
And I'm thinking, okay, Spirit, they're just messing with you. But every time they'd come on, and they're like, no. I'm like, will Bridget be on TV? Yes. And we're like, right. And then
Yeah,
we do
because
it
Bridget's
again.
got a face for radio, not TV.
No. And again, it came back.
Yep.
Oh, she's gonna be on the TV again, and we're like, is this national TV? Is it local TV? I said okay, and then it said it again.
Yep.
So I was like, okay, we'll just have to wait and see. I think what, a month later.
Yeah. Not
Okay.
even. I mean, this wasn't even on my radar because you were the one that was working with CBS on getting your show.
Right.
You know,
So
so,
we're
I'm
thinking,
like,
are you
no,
sure this is
no,
Bridget?
no, that's Amy. That's Amy. I'm just sitting too close.
No. No. So, yeah, and I've had the table tell me all sorts of things,
Yeah.
like, especially things that you don't expect. Like, years ago, it said, oh, you're going to move. I'm like, I'm not going to move. No way am I going to move. I just bought this house a year ago. My husband lost his job. We had to sell the house. We had to move. And I said, okay, Spirit, can you tell me something good? Something that's going to
And
happen.
it also told us that we were going on a trip, remember?
It did.
And it was near water. And I was thinking it was going to be a cruise.
I wouldn't mind a cruise, but now there's a possibility of us going to Long Island.
Yep.
So
And
watch
I
out,
asked
Long
if it was going to, I
Islanders.
know, I asked if it was going to be warm and wonderful. It's going to be August.
It will be August. Yes, I'm actually going. I don't know why I'm going, but I feel like I really need to go
So it's a trip. It's going to be warm and it's with water.
with water. And it's right by the beach.
Mm-hmm.
I guess it's the south part of Long Island. Jonas Beach, I think. I don't know. I'm not that familiar with Long Island.
Yeah, my son was working down there for a while.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I just think it's absolutely beautiful. My dad's from Brooklyn. So it's like, I don't know. I might want to check out Brooklyn. I know my dad's going to be with me with that trip like crazy. You know, he was, I think about a year or two before he passed, I actually drove down to New York and stayed with him for a few days in Long Island to drive him around New York to be able to see it one last time before he died.
That's brave.
It is, driving
That's
through
brave.
Harlem was a whole new experience for me.
I do not want to drive
And my
through New
dad's
York.
like, oh, this is Harlem. Look. I'm like, Dad, it's not the way it was back in the 1930s.
Yeah. I drove in New York one. I drove, a friend of mine was going back to Germany. I got the bright idea that we could spend, a couple more hours together. I would drive him to the airport.
Really?
I would never do that again. I got him there. But
You know what scares me? The bridges in New York. I don't know why. They're really, really tall. They're very narrow. And I'm like, please don't anybody hit me on these bridges. They're
no.
terrifying.
You know what I think about a bridge? Did you ever see the movie Mothman?
Yes.
All the time. All the time when I'm on a bridge, I'm like, oh, not
I used to
today.
close my eyes driving over bridges.
Oh.
They used to have a bridge in Winnisquam that was really small.
Yep.
You know this because I'd have my eyes closed and how I ever made it through.
I hope you're not driving.
No, I don't drive anymore.
Okay.
No, I haven't drove in like 12 years.
You know the superstition of going under a bridge or in a tunnel, right?
Yeah.
No.
You have to hold your breath.
Yeah.
Make a wish.
Oh,
Or
by
honk
the
your
way,
horn.
People in Boston.
trivia time.
Okay.
You can't answer it.
Okay.
In what year was the Beatles first introduced on the Ed Sullivan Show? And the first one that calls in and gets the answer right, and if you're willing to, will get a 10-minute reading from Amy and I.
That's right.
And you.
That's right. Get that table out.
Yeah, there you go.
I was hoping you brought the table. I'm like, oh, bring the table, bring
We
the
should
table.
have done table tipping. Next time we'll do table tipping and show everybody a little bit about it. Maybe we'll do some video tonight.
You know.
Table tipping.
So give us a call.
603-640-3091. Again, that number is 603-340-3091. What year was the Beatles first introduced on the Ed Sullivan Show? Ed Sullivan, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Google is your friend.
Yeah, and we've had some winners call it. We get them right. We've
Really?
had some that put Mary sometimes on calling. She'll get the wrong year, but
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
give us a call, folks. Whoever knows, and we will answer it. Scott has the paper for it too, right? And you got that paper?
No, but I know the answer.
Oh, okay.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. So and she knows it out there too. So
Okay.
give us a call.
I don't know the answer.
Uh-huh.
I got to guess.
I do.
You know the answer, huh?
Yes, I
Okay.
do. Well, I have to know. Well, they get it for me. That's one thing about it. I think it adds a little more variety to the show to have a
definitely.
trivia, and stuff. And of course, then we got folks coming up. That Amy is going to be one of our famous guests. She comes every year, and I appreciate it. And we're doing a Healing Pause first annual fall convention at the Unitarian Universalist Church, and it's to help people who cannot afford to go to the vets and have the pay for a vet. We will help them pay. We can't ask you to pay back. However, we would be excited if you could. Because if we ask, then we're nonprofit, so now we're nonprofit.
Right.
We're going to have our first popcorn machine. Can you have popcorn though?
No,
Jesus, you can't eat anything, can you?
not really.
I'm on the air, so I won't say what it's good. And you can't have hot dogs either.
Hot dog without the bun.
Really?
With all that processing stuff that goes
It
on in a hot
depends. It
dog?
has to be all natural.
Oh, I buy the expensive, all natural.
Yeah, all
one,
natural,
yeah.
gluten free, no additives, no nitrates.
Yeah, we
You
buy them
know,
all.
Watched over by a
$5.
minister.
Yes,
By the Jewish rabbi. And we're going to have raffles.
right.
Can I raffle your husband off?
I don't know if they're
You
gonna
almost
want
said
it.
yes. We almost, didn't she? We almost got you.
It depends on the day.
Oh boy, it depends on the day. Right now, he's not too bad. I think I'll keep him.
Oh, okay. Actually, we were going to do an auction for men or women.
Yeah.
And then I looked at the laws.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's rigid.
Wouldn't that be considered trafficking?
No,
No, that's for like
because
an
they're
hour.
doing it on their own free will.
Yes.
But
It's a gift.
But if you get some woman or man who's really perverted or all that, and they hurt somebody, then we would be liable for it.
Right.
And so no, we just threw that right out that window.
And I can't tell you how, honestly, how important this fundraiser is because there's so many people that can't afford the vet bills.
You're right, and it's true.
They're so
One more.
expensive. Oh, do they know the
You're
answer?
on Norm's Community Corner. This is Bridget.
Yeah, I know that. I know the answer to that question.
What's the answer?
It's February 1964.
You're absolutely right.
All right.
And who are we talking to?
What's that?
What's your name?
It's Tom Ted.
Hi, Ted. Yeah.
Because I'm like I know the voice, but I can't think of the name.
Was it
I
64
love
or
the Beatles.
64?
They're great.
Yeah. Okay. Do you want a 10-minute reading or what?
Yeah, I don't care. Sure, why not?
No,
Sure,
I know
why
him
not?
personally, so I'll give him to you.
Oh, you know who he is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Well, if you know Norm, that must mean that you're a very special person. And that must also mean that you're a very hard worker. But what's going on with your legs? Spirit's coming in and saying there's stuff going on with your legs right now. Are you having any stretching problems, any circulation problems that you're aware of?
Who, me?
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess, I probably circulation problems in my legs.
Okay.
So I think it's varicose veins, yeah.
Yeah, because I don't know if you ever feel like there's some twitching or some numbness. You know, the restless leg syndrome type of thing. I'm kind of seeing some of that go on with you. So they're
Really, huh?
they're-
No, I don't take anything for it.
no.
Maybe I should.
No.
I don't think there really is much for it. You know what a good trick is? Somebody just told this to me. I had no idea about it. Put a bar of soap in your sheets when you sleep at night. It takes it away.
And it does.
It works.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
I've done it.
I
Really?
didn't know that.
Yeah. Put a bar of soap in between,
Wow.
and it works.
Yeah.
You put it around your feet?
No, in between your sheets.
In between your sheet, your top sheet,
I
your
don't
bottom
know.
sheet. Yeah.
They don't have to touch
Okay.
you. I don't know.
Ivory soap.
Ivory soap.
It's a natural soap.
Really?
That's what I use.
So what's it supposed to do?
It helps to harden the muscles in your legs.
Right. There's something in it that
Wow,
helps
yeah.
it.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yep.
Gosh, I appreciate you telling me that, though. I will. I'll try that.
Yeah, but because your guides are also saying the leg pain is happening because you have a pinch in your lower spine.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's the lower back inflammation that I'm kind of seeing for you as well.
This is the gentleman that's going to donate the hot dogs machine to us.
You're the
and
hot dog guy. I
popcorn.
was seeing hot dogs earlier.
Yeah.
I thought they were for somebody else. I'm like,
Yeah.
someone's coming
He's
through
gonna-
with hot
you
dogs.
See here, we're going to have a popcorn, and he's going to donate most of the
Is he
sheets.
related
Yeah.
to Mary?
Yeah, I thought
Does-
that's the
is he
least I
related
could
to
do,
me?
I thought. That's the way it should be.
Right.
Yeah.
But your guides are saying you're really stressed right now. That there's a lot of hardships going on for you right now. But it's kind of feel like they keep saying,
I kind of think so, too, but I want to get them resolved eventually.
yeah, they keep saying reach out to family and friends around, mostly friends around you that are going to be able to help you through whatever situation this is. But I keep hearing it has something to do with finances as well.
Uh-huh. Gosh. Yeah, I need the angels around me, I guess. That's
They're
what I
always
always
around
think.
you.
Well, waiting for the call from St. James, by the way.
What's that?
I'm waiting for a call from a friend of mine about what to do with St. James.
Oh, okay, great. I appreciate that. That's super.
Yep.
Gosh.
I have to ask, do you like doing energy healing work? Because your guides are saying that you are a natural healer. So
I am?
you are.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so you really need to start looking into different modalities, maybe some Reiki, maybe some reflexology. But I get the feeling like you've got a lot of energy kind of coming out through your hands, which is why you're always trying to
that's
serve
super.
people, trying to give people things. Energy is coming out through you. You're an awesome conduit of energy. So you really should start thinking
Wow.
about
See, I
doing
didn't
something like
know
that. Yep. Everybody can be a
great.
healer. Some people are just born with extra ability to be able to channel that a little bit more.
Uh-huh.
So
Well, that's
start thinking
great.
about
I
that.
learned something today.
That's right.
I didn't know that.
And your guys are saying
Gosh,
keep.
appreciate you telling me.
They said something like you were walking, but then you stopped. So you need to pick up the walking again. This might help
Okay.
with the circulation, but they're saying your heart needs this.
Take your dogs for a walk.
Yeah,
Oh, I
take my
guarantee-
dogs for a walk,
Well, I
please.
took a yesterday, but it's raining now, so I'll probably wait a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I would probably recommend you take them out in the rain because that gives them energy and it cleanses your spirit too.
Oh, wow, I didn't think of that.
Mm-hmm.
All right, maybe I will then.
We have one, I'll tell you right now, I have one of the best rescue mediums and readers I've ever had on my show with Amy.
Aw,
If she tells you it,
Is that
you
right,
can,
yeah?
if she tells you, you can take it to the bank.
you can.
Oh, that's super.
I
Yep.
don't know if the bank teller will cash it in or not, but
Speaking of money, you actually have a little bit of money coming your way. I don't know if this is
do?
like a lottery ticket. I don't know if this is somebody loaning you money, but there's a little bit of money coming his way.
yeah, they're going to start
Oh,
paying
wow,
it
that'd
back.
be nice. I could pay some bills off.
Right. But they're saying this is kind of a gift to you, and it's a long-awaited gift, like you've been waiting for this for some time.
Oh, gosh.
And almost like you gave
Yeah,
up on it or
well-
you didn't think it was going to
Go ahead,
happen.
I'm sorry.
They're saying that you weren't thinking this was going to happen, but it's almost like there's been a huge delay. And I'm seeing all this paperwork around
Okay.
you. So, and I'm
Yeah,
hearing the
there was
word
something a while
claim
back,
or something.
A long time ago, but I never really considered getting it. Well, we'll see. I hope you're right. That'd be great.
But don't
That
give
would
up.
Alleviate a lot of troubles, probably.
You never give up
You
when
know,
it comes to
headaches and
something.
bills and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gosh.
But they're saying don't go crazy with this money coming to you.
No, not me.
Yeah.
I think I've got
You do, but you
You know,
kind of like to
and
give
that's
money
what's
away to
important.
other people. So,
Well, I appreciate everything. Gosh,
yep.
I guess I'm gonna let you go there. Let me take the dogs out for a while.
That sounds like a good
Alrighty.
idea.
We'll talk to you later then. Give me a call later, Ted.
Super.
Yep. Bye-bye.
Thank you,
All
Ted.
right,
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
All righty.
Bye-bye.
Take care. Thanks again.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
That's actually how I met him, but he answered a question on my show about like 4 months ago.
Really?
Yeah. You know, and he's going to donate to Popcorn Popper and the Hot Dog Maker.
Did you see money coming in for him too?
Yeah, there are 3 people that owe him a lot of money.
Oh, okay.
One owes him $250 grand.
Oh my goodness.
Sometimes he hallucinates.
Mm-hmm.
But I won't talk about that on the air. But, you know, he's a great guy. He really is.
Right.
When I needed, he helped me financially in the mine that I was in.
Good.
You know.
Good friend then.
And he gave me a printer, but it doesn't work anymore. So you know, he's a good kind of hearted man.
Yeah.
You know, and the one thing, he's gone through a lot of hard water and a lot of false accusations against him. And, you know, the sad part, and I'm not saying this to be mean, but a lot of people will make charges against somebody that's not really true, and then they end up having to fight for their job or whatever. And then when they find out, and by the time the name is trying to be cleared or whatever, it's too late because the damage has been done.
Right.
You know, I know I had that happen.
Mm-hmm.
And every day you have to overcome it,
Right.
you know. You have 3 sons?
I do.
How old is your oldest one?
16.
Boy, you better keep a tight leash on him.
Yes, I should. He's
He's
at
gonna
work
be-
right now.
He's going to be quite a ladies' man.
Oh, he's in the perfect place.
He's working at Canopy Lake Park right now.
Uh-huh. Good for him.
Yeah. He's a hard worker.
Yeah.
He's
I'm glad. I went through there and I was so tired because I don't go there. I ate a lot of food and wonder why I had a tummy ache, you know.
yeah.
But, oh yeah. Does he run one of the rides or?
No, he runs the food. So he's always cooking. He's always serving. So he's a busy worker.
He's a pretty flirty guy too.
I don't know. He doesn't
You're
do
not
when I'm around.
around,
I'm not around.
okay.
'cause-
But be very, very careful. And I'm going to say this in all honesty. He's a pretty good-looking kid.
Well, he looks like me.
Like I said, he's a pretty good-looking kid. But
I have to say that.
I am concerned about somebody because he has a crush on, she has a crush on him.
Oh, probably.
Try to say that he's making advances and he's not. So be prepared for a battle on your hands.
Okay.
And the one thing about you is when it comes to your children, you're like the mother hen, and they better not mess with your children.
Absolutely.
You also have a child that's going to be following your footsteps.
Yes, I've
And
been
I'm
told
looking at
that.
it could be the youngest one.
Everyone says that about Sam. I don't know. I think it's
Mikey.
Michael.
No. It's the
Oh,
youngest
you got to
one.
meet him.
I don't care when it's the
Michael's
youngest
already
one.
doing readings at
Yeah,
10, but
yeah.
Sam is very gifted too.
Yeah. Well, I had a lady that come to my office. Her granddaughter was 14, and
Yeah.
she's very gifted, but they're forcing it too hard on her.
Right.
And I said, you got to live one.
Norm's Community Corner. Thanks for calling.
Hey, good afternoon.
Hi.
Listen, my name is Tom Evans, and I hope you can help me. I'm running for the House of Representatives, and you sent me a letter to appear on public TV.
I'm sorry?
You're on a live TV show right now?
Hey.
I'm sorry. Well, I don't want to be on the TV show.
Oh, okay.
Wow. Well, he was on TV right now.
What was his name?
Tom Evans.
Tom Evans. He doesn't want to be on TV, but he's
Well,
running for
you
state
made
representative.
history, son.
I
There
think
you go.
that was part of the reason that the phones were answered.
Yeah.
Like they
But you are not
screened
the
him
first person that said that Sam will follow in my footsteps. A lot of people
Right
have
now,
said
your
that.
son Michael is doing it, but he's got to back away from it.
Michael,
And he's got to get in the military.
Oh, God. Oh, okay.
You do have to honor that.
I do. I was military myself, but I just, like I said, protected over my kids.
You know, that was always, that's like you said, you weren't, you know, that was always my biggest hang. I couldn't get in. I almost got arrested 3 times for trying to falsify to get in.
Right.
My left eye never fulfilled. I passed all the examinations and everything, great hero because my brothers were in. So yes, I'm going to follow my brothers, you know. And then when they took the physical exam, I couldn't pass. And that's when you feel like you're, you know.
My
but I
twin
was-
brother couldn't pass either.
So I went to the military base. To me, that was just as much.
Right.
You
My
know.
twin and I were going to join the military together. And we both went in. He failed the medical exam. I passed, and they shipped me out the next day.
Yeah. How did he feel? Probably the same way I did.
He felt very frustrated because, again, we were going to do this together.
And does he do readings now?
No, he actually doesn't do any of this. He doesn't believe in the afterlife. He believes in the Jewish tradition of the afterlife doesn't exist. And
Well, isn't that the Jewish tradition? You die at sunset, sunrise, you're buried at sunset.
they just believe that when you die, you're dead.
die,
There's
yeah.
nothing after you. So
I
when
wa-
my dad came through the first time, I was like, ha! Ha ha!
I was right.
I told you so.
He actually is. He doesn't want. He really does. He's afraid to believe. 'Cause
Yeah.
He's afraid he's going to disappoint his spiritual guides. Okay. And he's a smart man.
My brother? Okay. No, I like to give him a hard time.
Yeah,
I'm the older twin. I'm supposed to give him a hard time.
that's right.
He used to always say he was the older one because he was taller. Really?
You know, it's funny because I know a lot of twins, and twin A always has a first name that starts with an A.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, he and I both have the letter A. I'm Amy. He's Abram. He's got the
My friend is Amanda and Justin.
Really?
Yep.
Always the letter A.
It seems to be common that people that I know that are twins, the older one seems to have.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Well, I know a
I
lot
learned
of
something
James
new.
that are twins, so it depends on.
I wonder which was the first.
Joseph. And then Joe. But I was supposed to have been a twin. I was the one that was not supposed to live, and then my twin brother was supposed to live.
Wow.
And it's amazing how the spirit works.
It is.
You know. And I only weighed 2 pounds, or maybe a little one. Back in the 40s,
Oh.
you know, they put me in a little drawer,
Incubator.
and they had an incubator. You know, I was called Fuzzy Wuzzy. Had no hair. Who was Fuzzy Wuzzy?
You know what's weird is I remember being in that incubator as
Yeah.
a twin. I was 4 pounds. We were a month early. And I remember laying in there having people look down on me and people like, that's impossible.
Thank you. You just confirmed.
I remember doing that.
Thank you, because I can remember the bureau drawer I
Yes.
was in. I can remember the lamp, and then picking me up because I had no skin on the side of my face.
Right.
So they would feed me with an eyedropper. If that isn't love, you know, my mommy would or whomever, and all this side of my face is all skin grafts. I had them done here at the Elliott Hospital. Then one up. So when they tell you that my face looks like my butt, I say, "You got it, honey." You know, I think that you have to have a sense of humor.
You do.
Know, I was being fun in school. I was bullied, but you know what? That's okay today.
Yeah.
Once I let go of that resentment, you can't blame the town.
Right.
And half the people that bullied me or pushed me around the window, they probably don't even remember it.
Right. But you learned something
I
about
learned
yourself
that,
and
yep.
you became a stronger
When
person.
I became a bully, instead of getting bullied all the time, you know what? That was just as bad as being bullied.
Right.
I caused a guy to break his arm, which I thought was pretty cool back then.
Yeah.
But then you learn. So when I do counseling, you do a lot of counseling.
I do
don't
a
you?
lot of counseling.
And when I counsel people, they can't BS me because I've been there and I've done it. Same way with you. Whenever they try to BS you, you can see right through it.
I do.
And you too. You know, and you know what's really cool? I had a friend of mine that moved in next door to me. She said, "You're Norman." I go, "Oh, I am." You know, 'cause I did a psychic party for 20 years ago.
Wow.
And these people, and I'm sure you run into people that you might have done a reading for 3, 4 years ago, or you remember what you told me, blah, blah, blah.
I remember nothing.
They don't understand
Psychic
that.
amnesia goes straight through me. I don't retain the
But
information.
remember the other night with Nancy? She did a reading for me, what was it, 4 years ago, and she remembered everything.
I don't know how people can do
I
that. I
can't.
remember
I
nothing.
tried. I won't do it.
I mean, some things when things come up, like, oh, I think I said
I
this.
remember that.
Yeah.
But
But-
I got so mind-blown. If we remembered,
Oh,
and
yeah.
folks, seriously, we not disrespecting you because we don't remember. I've had to let go the minute you leave.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, if we remembered, I mean, we would be so mind-boggled that would be unbelievable.
Mm.
You know, and
So you think I'll do well at my new place?
I really do.
Good.
I really.
hope
You
so.
gotta bless it one more time.
Okay.
You have olive oil?
Yes.
I don't know why I'm getting that sage.
Yes.
Okay. I have no idea why I'm. It's there to tell you make a sign of the cross,
Mm-hmm.
and if you want to put a circle around the cross with olive oil,
Okay.
put it on your door as you go in.
Okay.
Put it on around your tables,
Mm-hmm.
wherever you can, and make a sign of. Now, well, I guess olive oil represents religion or spiritual guidance. Okay, to mention, I would definitely tell you to do the olive oil,
Okay.
and then underneath sprinkle. Don't burn it, but sprinkle sage around there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's your protection.
Okay.
Do not go in partnership with anybody else.
Yes, sir. Will not do it.
Okay? That lady that I first met, she and I did not get along. We know that, but that's okay. And that was the reason why, because I could see, and you know, so I don't want to see you hurt anymore.
Well, yeah. That's why I kind of doing my own thing now.
Okay?
I just.
This is your best student, and she's your
She's
biggest supporter.
wonderful.
If she wasn't, I'd tell you that too. You know
Yeah.
that. Okay? I'm not bashful, you know. Am I? You know.
No, not at all.
But, but that's why you were having so many problems with that other person,
Mm-hmm.
because there was that blockage there, and she wanted to know, she wanted to control you. You can't be controlled.
Oh no, no, no,
You don't
I
even
don't
let
do
the
well with
spirits
that.
control you,
no. I'm
and you
stubborn.
shouldn't.
Yeah.
You know,
It's not like I don't I don't
listen.
mind people being constructive, and I don't mind people being authoritative. I don't mind that at all. But as soon as someone starts telling me what to do, it's like the wall goes up.
See, that's why I don't have
It's
this
like,
department. You know, I had a lady come in and she says to me, she was going to come on the show, and I said, okay. And she said, this is what we're going to do. Now, can you picture me following what somebody else is telling me what I'm going to do? You know, and I looked at it. I said, "Okay." Because she had writing, she had that, legal, paper there. And I'm reading it, and I go, "Oh, well, this is very interesting." And I somehow fell into the wastebasket. I said, "Oh my!" And I said, "Gee, I don't know how it all got ripped up and fell in the paper in the wastebasket." But I said, "I'll tell you what. Nobody tells me how I'm going to run my show. Just like I would never tell you, because we can make suggestions. I'm always open to improvements." You know,
Right.
because I think we have to be. In the long run, I'm responsible.
That's right.
Okay, I definitely am going to push until you get on cable access and dairy. I'm going to push it until you get on.
Yeah. Okay. I will try.
That's my goal for you. No, you're not going to try.
Well, there's only so much I can do if they're like, "Well, we don't want you on our
They
show."
can't refuse you.
They can't.
They cannot refuse
Then
you.
I'll be on. Watch out, Derry.
Yeah, because I'm going to get on there. I'm going to go. I had the pleasure of going to my friend John Burt's show the other day in Goffstown.
Okay.
They cannot refuse you. I mean, if you're going to do sex movies and stuff like that, yeah, after 12, but actually they can't refuse you on that.
Wow.
Yeah, they can show it once after midnight.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, no, they can't refuse you. Even if you're a KK, if you're a Maximus, if you're a Black Panther, or anything. But you also have guidelines that you have to follow, like
Right.
here, you know. Like here, we have to. You can't use vulgarity, BS, and sometimes it's okay, or PP or whatever. But you can't come out using a 4-letter word, 'cause that they can take you off for.
Right.
Okay, but I know here we have. I love doing it, and I would like to see you do it. I want to encourage you to. Okay,
I'll definitely ask the table tonight.
there you go.
Table's got a lot of questions.
They've got a lot of questions.
You have a, believe it or not, you will have a huge following once you start.
Okay.
My following is more, and I have a lot of following, but more is on the internet. I have more
Yep.
of a following.
Mm-hmm.
We've had people call us from the UK,
Really?
and I've had people call us a message all over the place, California, all over. So
Mm-hmm.
it's also another way to get known.
Right.
You know, and honey, you and I just love to be known.
I'm shy.
We were when we started.
Right.
I
was
really,
very shy.
actually, I really was very. People will, if you know me today, it's hard to believe, but people really. I used to hide behind the refrigerator when I was growing up. Oh yeah, because I was made fun of so much, and then
Aw.
high school and all that. I really didn't come into my own until I got sober. As weird as it so, I drank to forget.
Mm.
I drank to because I always thought I was accepted when I wasn't.
Right.
But once I got sober, then I knew. I also want to let you know that I see your husband has got a new career job coming.
I hope so.
Well, not gonna
Tell me
help.
about it. Tell me about it.
Yeah,
Something that he's really intelligent, am I right?
very intelligent.
He's very good with his hands,
Yes.
and I don't mean, but I mean,
He's good like that too.
but I mean, he can do almost anything.
Yes, he's very
He
smart.
could actually be a mechanical engineer if he wanted to be.
He's a mechanical designer.
Okay, because I see him getting a new job in there
Mm-hmm.
with a $10,000 a year more.
Oh, beautiful.
It's a small company,
Mm-hmm.
and he doesn't. And he has to have his own way
Oh yeah.
because he usually. And it's a company that's going to be, and I don't. It could be within the next 2, possibly the next month and a half.
I hope so, because he's out of work right now.
Yeah.
So we could
Well,
use
he can get employment, right?
technically.
Yeah. he needs
It's
to go.
awful in New Hampshire.
Is it really? I don't,
It's
I
really
didn't
bad.
press on that, so,
Yeah.
you know, but I do see him getting a job very soon.
Good.
But he's got to sell himself.
Yes,
You know what I mean by that.
I
right?
do.
He's really shy around people until you get to know him.
Oh, I can't get him to stop talking. I love you, honey. But he is he talks. I'm the quiet one. So, except when I'm
Well,
on
what
TV.
he say?
The same.
Right.
He says he's just a nonstop talker.
But
But
that's
he-
before they get to know.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, before they get to know him, he has a lot of shine.
Yeah.
He doesn't have the talking isn't because he's trying to learn how to have confidence in himself.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
He's trying to be a salesman.
Yeah.
He's also an artist.
He can be when it comes to mechanical stuff. He loves to design and create.
Yeah, yeah. And I think he should follow like that sign that he made for you. I saw on Facebook. If he did that as a part-time job, he could do really well with that. Okay. He doesn't understand what you're doing, but he respects it.
Oh, he definitely does. He's actually psychic himself.
Right.
Otherwise,
Yeah. But he respects everything. He's
Oh, yeah.
he's not ready to come out to blossom out yet.
not yet.
He wants you to be on the stage.
Oh,
He
yeah.
wants you to be that, okay? And I still will tell you that your youngest son is going to become very powerful in the psychic world.
Okay.
He may be doing more energy work, more healing, not so much the reading,
Okay.
but more into touching on, healing people or working as a tool.
Mm-hmm.
You had a miscarriage of a girl.
Yes. Well,
Had she had lived, she
Mhm.
would have been in a wheelchair,
oh.
okay? And she probably would have held you back and you would have ended up resenting that.
Mm.
As much as you love children, as much as you love health, but, you're your own person.
I did.
You can never stay home and be the domestic type. That's not who you are.
Not who I
You'd
am.
be better to have a housekeeper come clean your house for you.
Absolutely.
Me too.
That's
But
why I
I
have.
like a clean house. I'm
Yeah.
very tidy.
Yeah, but that's why I have Scott around. Actually, we actually work together, so
Yeah.
that makes it good.
Yeah.
Your cooking is okay.
It's not bad.
It's
Baking
edible.
is not good at all. I
Oh,
cannot bake.
Scott makes the best apple pie, the best, and I'm not even supposed to have this stuff, but I do.
See,
it
I'm not supposed to
anyways.
eat it anyway, so
When
I'm
I
not too
put
upset.
I put that French vanilla on top of it. What's it called? Pie a la mode.
Oh, the ice cream?
Oh yeah, with the chocolate syrup. Oh. Then I wonder why I'm up all night after.
But my husband loves my cooking.
And that's all that counts.
Yeah, that's all that counts.
You got a real picky son now, don't you? Nat?
Which one?
I'm looking at your
Michael.
oldest one. Oh,
Michael's the
yeah.
picky one. Oh
No,
my
that's
gosh.
the middle one, right?
Yes, he's the
He'd be
funny
happy
one.
if everything was on separate plates. You know that, right?
Yes. He
I'm
does.
the same way.
Yeah.
We went out to breakfast at the Purple Fit. You know Al Caprillion, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know Al Caprillion?
I have not had the ability to
He'll be
to
at the
meet
event,
him.
yeah. Oh, well, what
He's
do you-
another person on my list that I
Oh,
want
you're
to
gonna
meet.
go next time he comes on my show. I'm gonna get him to come on the show.
But
He
he
the-
is my favorite weatherman.
Right, he's my best friend.
I'd be happy to read him. Bring him on.
Okay, he's one of my best friends.
Good.
You know, we went to the Purple Finch
Yeah.
and over in Bedford. That's Al. That's Al. I go, hey, Al, what about me? He's really very shy.
Mm.
He has autism, you know. He knows all about the weather. But if you want to meet him, go to Macy's on the Go up on the elevator, go, it says the mid department in the back, that's where he works. He doesn't miss being on TV.
No?
After 33, I think he kind of does it away. But the last time, I think that he resigned before they fired him, or going to let him go. You know.
That's too bad.
Yeah.
I
I'm
love
telling you
seeing
though,
him.
he's the person that called the blizzard of '78.
Oh yeah, sure is.
Yep. Everybody else was saying no, 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 and he
Oh,
said,
no.
"Oh yes, we're gonna get slammed."
He remember that guy that used to be on Mount Washington. He wore the glasses. He had the hat in the wintertime and all that. He and him were good friends.
Yeah.
I guess he died. You know. Well, yeah, Al and I went out together yesterday. You know, and everything has to be very precise.
Right.
He and Laurie know each other pretty well too. I guess they go to the same pizza place. I said, Al, I see you with a girl. No, that's okay. He's a loner. He's
Nothing
so
wrong with that.
no, he's happy that way. You know, he's very set. You know, he's home at a certain time and all that stuff. He goes all. He's a celebrity when he goes to the Lowell baseball games.
Oh, the
Oh.
spinners.
Yeah, he goes here. I'll let you know when he's going there. That way you can meet him. Okay,
She'll go.
Hey,
there you go.
what'd I tell you about meeting people?
That's right. She meets everybody. It's like every now and then I talk to Bridget and she's like, guess who I just met?
Well, she's a people person.
She is.
You know.
I told her she connects people together. She's a networker.
She could be a
Yeah.
matchmaker.
That's right. That's right.
Hey,
and
you
I
should
need
work
to-
with my friend Elaine. She's a matchmaker in
Is she?
Nashua. Yeah.
I've told people I need to be a psychic matchmaker because I'll know when two people are going to be.
Elaine
able to
and I
interact.
want to do
What
that,
is
do
it
the psychic
called?
matchmaker.
When people do that, but I mean, isn't it like Jewish mothers that do it?
Yeah.
Matchmaking?
Well, she
No,
be-
it's an
yeah.
actual matchmaker. It was a profession.
Yeah.
Right.
They
but
would
what's
bring
it-
their
what's
kids
it
to
But
called?
the Jewish profession matchmaker.
God, is that you? What? Huh?
You know. You know that.
Yeah,
you
no, that wasn't Yentl. Yentl was a completely different movie, and I dressed up as Yentl in high school, by the way.
Oh, that was with Barry.
I thought it was like
who
a
was that?
yaya or something.
Yeah, that's Nana.
No,
That's
Yaya,
Greek.
that's something
Greek
else.
Greek grandmother.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who was it that played in? He was a rabbi. His father was a rabbi. Neil
Neil Diamond,
Diamond. I love his
my brother's
voice.
favorite singer.
Oh, I love that man. Every time he sang, I cried.
Yeah.
They used to have some marvelous, you can't tell it's gay,
Don't
right?
they play Neil Diamond song every time the Red Sox are winning?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, they haven't played it lately. Sweet South Carolina.
Yeah.
Well, look at where we are right now, 7 games ahead.
Yeah.
But,
But I think you do have to be slightly Jewish to be a matchmaker, though. I
Yeah.
think it's the rules.
Well, Elaine is a matchmaker, so I think she's part Jewish, too.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah, she has, what is it called? Scott, what's her introduction date?
Psychic
Yeah, dynamic
matchmaker. I've
introduction.
got the next show.
You'll never be a good matchmaker.
I would not be a good matchmaker. No, that's
Because
true.
you're Jew sensitive. If it didn't work out, you would cry.
No, I wouldn't.
Yes, you would. See, people don't understand outwardly as readers. And you're
Yeah.
going to have to learn to have this tough skin, too, as a reader.
I just want everyone to
Okay.
be happy.
We have to have that kind of tough skin.
Mm-hmm.
Because, if we don't, then, we're not doing it. Because there are a lot of times when I have to tell a person that someone's going to be crossing over. Or the hardest part for me is to tell someone that their child is not going to be past 5 years old. And that's really hard. Oh, by the way, while I think of it, I want you to help me. I'm going to send special blessing to my very dear friend Randy's daughter, Jonna. She has cancer,
Oh.
and she's 11 years old.
Oh.
And her mother, for some reason in her mind, will try to get an order that her father, and she wants to see her father because they're divorced, wants to put a block in so that her father cannot see her until she's 18.
Oh.
Just because she's selfish. And she even told, so I would like to just send out special healings for her mother. I mean,
Yep.
even the mother, and the child, and the whole
I've
family.
actually put something on my Facebook page that if anybody has been diagnosed with cancer, they can come and get a free energy healing with me.
I'll talk to my friend Randy about that. I haven't set you up on a appointment with her. And I remember when she's a beautiful little girl. She really is. And I did a show at his what they call when they do all the karate stuff and all that. What is it?
Martial arts.
Yeah, but what's that word they use? The dojo.
Oh, Dojo.
Yeah, okay. I did a reading there for him and stuff. and his son was a little chubby then, big boy. That was a big boy, and the little one was just a baby, And I can't, I don't understand why children have to go be so sick and drawn out to it, but it's not up to me to question.
No.
I box the question if there really is a God, if there, why is He allowing this to happen? And then
Free
again, free will, free mind. I call it the universal spirit. Okay.
Yeah. Well, it's also lessons
Yeah.
to be learned. Who are we to judge if somebody wants to come in and learn, a form of humility through a sickness? Maybe there's a lesson they want to learn through that.
Crystal children are here to taught to be loved. How other people do. There's indigo people, and then there's crystal
Indigo,
children.
rainbow, crystal.
Yeah. And I believe crystal children are here to teach people how to love. I really do. And that's why they're here such a certain amount of time, because they're learning how to love.
Right.
You have any pains in your chest?
No.
Who is? Someone around you has got pains in your chest, and I'm kind of worried about it.
Her?
Yeah. Thanks. But don't be surprised to get a call around 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, and it could be somebody that you would leave. It's not dangerous.
My daughter's been complaining about heartburn.
Okay. Then it's not, because she's really, her stress level is really high. She's got to learn how to bring it down.
I told her she needs to see Amy and have her chakras cleared, but she thinks it's,
Actually, she had to do it when she's ready.
yeah.
They always have to do it when they're ready. But when
How's
they're
your new
ready,
car going?
Love it.
You haven't gone through any more red lights, have you?
I'm telling you, that's the only red light that I have ever ran that I know of.
wow.
But I really, if it wasn't for Scott in the back seat, I wouldn't have known that I ran it. I never saw the light.
We wouldn't have been alive.
Scott was the one that said, "Oh, what are you doing?"
What's the Ace of Diamonds mean? I'm not have to open the card, but Ace of Diamonds, what would that mean to you?
Gift.
A lot of positive changes, absolutely.
Roll the dice, baby.
Scratch that ticket.
I did. I lost.
Okay, what does Ace of
Oh,
Clubs
we lost?
represent to you?
Ace of clubs. I'm not sure.
How about you?
Ace of clubs.
Well,
What do you think it is? Ace of Clubs.
Ace of clubs.
Visualize
I
it.
would see a life lesson.
Okay, a lot of decisions to be made.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, 7 of Clubs represents you got like possibly 7 different changes in life that's going to be doing it. Okay, and the spirit is saying, stay where you are.
Mm-hmm. But I'm a gypsy.
I know. You got to stay there for at least 2 to 3 years.
Oh, I'm gonna be there for a while.
Okay.
I like it.
Because the spirit says if you move one more time, you're going to go downhill.
Mm.
And I don't want to see you go downhill. These are all warning signs. Okay?
Right.
7 of Diamonds that I'm seeing representing to you. What do you think 7 of Diamonds represent?
Gift of spirit.
Financial gifts. Good news.
I
Ace
like
of Diamonds always represent good news. 7 of Diamonds always represent financial. Could be depends on what goes with the card. Like if I see a 7 of Diamonds, and that 3 of Diamonds will represent within the next 3 months financially, there's going to be some problem. But if I see 7 and Diamonds with a 7 of Clubs, that means you're going to have some some financial difficulties. Okay, and you've been through enough of them.
Yeah,
Now it's time to have it come on your side.
that's right.
Okay. And it's time to. Oh yeah, your friend that you were in business with, Broken Stones.
Sticks and stones.
Sticks and
Six
stones.
of Stones. You're going to be coming to the event too.
Good.
You parted on good friendship, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I just want to make sure I
everybody
don't want
parted good.
tension here. You
No, no tension at all.
okay, yeah.
It's just some things just happen.
Yeah. I always said I wasn't going to have Jeff Travis back, but he's coming back anyway. I had to let him know it's going to be run by, you know who Jeff is, right? He said, "Sounds okay." Because he said, if you have another person here, I'm not coming. I said, Jeff, it's my show. I will have who I want. And I actually, out of respect for him, I'm not going to have another, whenever he makes the candles and stuff like that. He does really well with it. Except I'm going to let my granddaughter set up her little, she's made some nice spray insert with lavender, witch hazel, and something else, and it smells good. So I said, and she's learning how to make masks and stuff like that. You know, she went from destroying herself to
Right.
where she is now. I almost lost her about 3.5 months ago. I think I told you
Mm-hmm.
she tried to commit suicide. So.
Oh,
Facebook is cruel, and they can be really cruel. I had one guy tell me I ought to go walk off a deep bridge and take a nap. I said, "Oh, thank you. How'd you know I was so tired?" You know, I usually come back.
well,
with
I'm
a
glad
break.
you said that because, I always tell people it isn't what people say or do to you, it's how you respond to it.
Right.
You cannot let the negativity get to you.
And that's what I had. Yeah.
And a lot of times it's in text, so you don't hear the tone.
You don't.
Yeah.
So
You know.
you
But you can
misinterpret
feel
it.
the vibrations a lot of
Yeah.
times. Okay.
Yeah.
So, folks, if you think you're going to get me going with and I've made a lot of enemies with political views, and if you think you're going to get me going, forget it. What I have actually done is called people to come on my show, and they're keyboard warriors.
Mm-hmm.
And none of them ever came on my show.
Right.
Okay, they had this one lady, it was Samantha Stevens. I don't know if that's her real name or whatever, but she was calling my friend John Burt a baby killer and all this stuff because we fought for the NRA or we fought for Second Amendment rights and all that. So I said, here's the proposition: if you can't, come on my show and back up what you say.
Right.
If you can't come on my show and back up what you say, then you know what? I'm not wasting my time when you have a good day. And I'm a firm believer if you're going to back up what you say, don't be afraid to do that.
Mm.
I may say things that people may like, but I'll back up what I say.
Mm.
You also can never lie
Sure.
because you always get caught and you always catch yourself.
There's no reason to lie.
No, me either. That's what, I'm not very good at it,
No.
except with my drinking days. But then I had to go make amends with all the churches and all that stuff.
The funny thing is I always know when someone's lying to me.
Yeah.
But I keep my...
Oh, yeah. You're not a good liar either. But you can fool your husband. What do you catch us on?
I don't know. Lying is because you can't remember your lies.
Right.
So why
That's
do
why
it?
these politicians forget what they're saying. That you know what I mean. But yet they're so used to it. One of the things I am going to predict, I believe that Trump's going to get reelected. One thing I am going to predict, within the next 10 to 15 years, this country is going to be devastated by rain, fires, sickness, and we're in a civil war now.
Well, that's already coming.
It's already starting to. Look at Yosemite Park in California.
I know. It's so sad. I love
Every
Yosemite.
year there's a big forest fire in California.
It's up near
Wake
Reading.
up, people!
Yeah.
Whoa!
I was wondering why my grandparents kept coming through to me over and over again in spirit. And I'm like, why do I keep wanting to think about them? And then, because they're from Redding, California. And then I started seeing all the wildfires. I'm like, oh my goodness, that's why I was thinking about them.
Every time and then every year, as far as I can remember, there've been forest fires, and they're usually started by self-origin, shall we say, by people being careless.
This
Okay.
one, I think, started by a car fire.
Yeah.
And they just let it go, which is sad. Because it's like so many homes and so many
And
people.
there's going to be sheeping down in Mexico, too. I also will tell you, I believe that's going to be one of the biggest earthquakes that we've ever had.
Really?
And it's not in California, it's around the Midwest of the East. And
Where we don't get them?
oh, no, we're going to get the afterbirth of it.
No, I'm saying where they normally aren't are.
No.
Like,
Yeah,
they're-
yeah.
if you
We're
hear
going
of
to
an
get small
earthquake,
ones.
an earthquake in California, I could
Yeah.
get that out.
Yeah, I don't see
Um,
that.
People hear of them all the time,
Yeah.
but
But this is going to be where they least expect it.
And I'm from California.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember the big earthquakes.
You're from California?
I am.
Yeah. Scott is too.
Mm-hmm.
I went to UCLA.
Did you?
Oh,
I
yeah.
did not.
I used to go to Folke Hall, honey. That's where I learned how to smoke But I don't know how I graduated. When I did, we used to have the old-fashioned reel-to-reel tape recorders. We'd put the earpieces in and away we'd go,
Mm-hmm.
But I was glad to get back here, too.
Yeah.
I don't think I want to live back out there again.
No. No, my family keeps asking me to come back out to California.
When was the last time you were there?
2-3 years ago?
You really need to go for a visit.
I know.
You really need to. There's a lot of
My
amendments.
family's asking me to come out to Disneyland for Thanksgiving.
I would say go.
I would say go if I had the money.
Oh, the money will be there.
The money will be there. Yes, it will. We'll be going to Disney. Woohoo!
And the money, always remember this, when you're meant to go somewhere, thank you, the woman, when you're meant to go somewhere, the money will always be there. If you jump the gun, then
Right.
that's shame on you, but the money will always be there.
Well, I'm going to Long Island.
Yeah. Long Island, New York?
Yeah, I'm going to get my hair done.
In New York?
In New York, why not?
You know, you go where the hairdresser
You
is.
go with it.
You got to pay $1,500?
No, it's free.
Oh, all right.
That's why I'm going to Long Island.
Okay, tell us more. We got 10 minutes here. Catch yourself on your new office space.
Yeah, I
What
love
you're
the new
offering.
office. It's really quaint. It actually has 3 separate rooms to it. The first one is like a waiting area, but I use it for a classroom. We get about 10 students in there, which is really fine because I like to be in the intimate classes. The middle room is where I do all my reading, so it actually holds a lot of energy. And then the back room, I still have the forest thing going on. I have my energy table there where I do energy chakra removals, energy clearing work done there as well. I'm right on the main road. Every time you drive into Derry, you're going to see this big sign that says Psychic and Medium right there. And I'm right across the street from the Marion Garish. So this was the place I wanted before I moved to Salem, but it was taken like at that moment, and I was just driving by and I saw it was empty. I was like, and I went and I talked to the realtor again, and he's like, I remember you. He's like, you want it? I'm like, yeah. Next day I signed the paperwork, so you know it was meant to be.
Is that where the, what's her name used to be there?
April?
April.
That was 2 doors down.
Oh, 2
She was
doors down.
She was 80 West Broadway. I'm at 60 West Broadway.
That's why I feel a lot better blending in. I'm glad you didn't go into her building.
No, actually, I was trying to.
Very
Because she
good.
and I were
No,
going to
huh?
go into business together, and that fell through. Not with her or I, it's just it got rented to somebody else. But April and I are still friends. We do hang out in Derry. Good coffee. Not a word.
I'm
Not a
saying
word,
bad.
Norm.
I'm not saying a word.
Good.
Okay, and I can't send out negative.
No, it's positive energy, because remember, we're all different.
Right.
And we all have a different way of seeing things and a different way of doing things. And sometimes we don't always get along, and sometimes we don't always see eye to eye.
No.
But always
And
send the
when
person love.
I will
Because if
always
you know
send
they're
them love.
genuine,
Yeah.
if you know they're really trying to help people, then why not send them love?
Well, I'll always send a love, even though
Good.
we're on different levels and different ways
Yeah.
of believing and all that. I'll always, and her husband passed, right? Yeah.
Yes, Patrick did.
He and I were good, okay friends, but just
Mm-hmm.
something about her, you know, and it just didn't click.
Mm.
And there's a lot of people out there. Not every spiritual person is going to get along.
Nope. No.
Wouldn't it be boring? Wouldn't it be really boring?
It would be, interesting if we all got along.
You know, and that's like if we all thought alike or whatever, you know. It
Well,
would
we
be.
can't all think alike. That's
No.
just not going to happen. But even if we do think differently, if we all do things differently, at least support each other the most we can.
You know,
I
if
think.
I can, that's like honestly, if I can't do a reading on someone, I will send them someone who I will feel directly to.
Good.
They should, because I think that's the way it should be.
Right.
I've had a lot of people that come to me for different ones. Like when I send them to people that I know that's ready to be rescued at 3:00 in the morning,
Oh,
I know
thank
when
you,
to
Norm.
send them. And when she get ready, I'll be sending them to her too. You're gonna get more.
She
you're gonna
is
work with
so
more
ready.
infants than you. You're gonna work more with infants.
Yes, she will, because she was a nurse in a prior life.
Yeah, she was.
She
knew
was.
Florence Nightingale.
Yes.
So you're going to be, it'll be easier for you to send people over. Because the babies, even babies have to be sometimes sent to the other side because they're spirit still. I also believe this, that animals are like guiding lights to the other side.
Mm-hmm.
You know how when you have the lights that go into the airport, this is what our animals do for us.
That's funny. My guides wanted me to, or they were making a joke about, they wanted my second book to be called Guiding Light. And I'm like, I can't do that. It's a soap opera. So they're like, oh, you'll do it on the third book. I'm like, no, I won't.
No, that's not part of your forte.
It's not. No, I already had
and
it.
you would never be satisfied with it.
With what?
Do it when animal guiding lights like that.
No.
You have to do what's comfortable for you.
Yeah.
You know. Well, I want to thank you for coming on.
Thank
It's been
you.
a pleasure. We'll be having you on again soon.
Yes.
Yes, that
And,
means lunch.
And folks, she will be appearing as one of my guest stars here at the Healing Pause here in Manchester in October 20th. Come and support us. Come and say hi to Amy.
Yes.
And all that. It's only $2,000 a visit.
Wow.
Prices went up.
I've made it now.
No, actually, folks, there's no entrance fee. You go to the person that's just like before.
Yep.
And you pay them, and we'll have food, we'll have raffles,
Yep.
and I'm excited. I'm really excited because this is something that I have for years and years planned.
Good.
And Lori said it's going to happen. See, Lori was right. So, everybody out there, remember every day to love each other, and remember to say you are a winner. Keep smiling. Oh, I got 5 more minutes. Oh, okay. So, are you are you doing any teachings right now?
I am. I teach the Wednesday night classes at 7 p.m. It's a great class to really do. We're doing the table tipping tonight. I think next week every week is going to be doing something different, but it's always focused around mediumship. People have asked me to do the psychic development again, so I have to wait and see.
When we talked with that girl that was here and all that stuff, I had a really problem with table tipping, and I'll tell you why. Because the last time I went to a table tipping, we were doing a seance.
Yeah.
And I did tip the table, but there was such a negative energy with it. That's why.
Well, you need to control the space.
Right. Back at them time, they didn't know how.
They didn't know how.
Allowing the alcohol to control that.
See, yeah.
You can't do that.
You can't do that.
But I will look forward to you bringing a table on.
Yeah.
Does it have to be a big table or a small table?
No, small table.
No, okay.
Just a 3-legged table.
Oh, okay. We'll advertise the hell out of that.
That's right.
Maybe you could do a show at the event with the table.
Why not?
Okay. We'll have a great show. You agree?
I started doing it 16 years ago, table tipping. I was hooked.
Really?
And every person that comes, they're just like, when are you doing it again? When are you doing it? Like,
Because, see, I think my problem was, like I said, when I used to tip the table, when I used to do it, the negative energy forces, and that we call if I ever want to go into a negative energy, my spirit energy name is Zazba. So if he wants to, if I get mad, I have to say, no, Zazba, you can't come and control anymore. I don't need you,
Right.
Because we all have negative energy spirits that I don't know if you know the name of yours or not, but but when
Bob.
Bob?
No, I don't know.
No.
I don't think, I really haven't connected with anything negative. I know everybody has a positive and negative side to
But I had to
themselves,
go
yin and
through
yang.
both sides in order to
Yeah.
to be where I am today.
Yeah.
I spent 10 years on the negative energy. I worked with a Ouija board. I've seen hands come out of the ground, literally. I wish I could prove it to you people here. We put in like 25 Ouija boards into a 50-gallon drum, and we set it on fire. You should have heard the spirits come out of there. Once again, actually, it was in the newspaper because they recorded the soundings coming out
My
of it,
goodness.
And I can't prove what
I don't do any of that stuff.
but I had to, and that plus I'm born again Christian, But I needed all that stuff to be where I am today. So I don't have any regrets for it.
Right.
Because if you do, then you're not going to go anywhere. No, you've always had the positive energy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Everything I do is about healing and helping people.
Yeah. Now I love what I do now more so. I don't have to hide behind alcohol anymore. So that's a good thing. Well, thank you for coming on. Now we only got 2 minutes. And you too, Bridget, we'll see you next week.
Yep.
Okay?
Yeah.
We're going to bring one of my political enemies on. Which will be good.
That should be
Oh,
interesting.
no talking about political.
Okay.
I'm just going to do a reading on her.
Okay. I'm
Okay.
like, wear your armor, Bridget.
Oh, yeah. No, she'll be fine. And we'll see you all next week. Remember, keep on smiling and being a winner.